Sup, my name is Review for the Council Network. Now this is a double episode review for number 24, number 25, The Ninja Turtles, Annihilation of Earth, Part 1, Part 2. Careful for spoilers. If you have yet to see it, you can see it on Nickelodeon's website, hence why this is out so early. And you just need to put it in your cable provider. So I'm just going to phrase it that way so you guys have plenty of time to actually go and not get spoiled. Because there are some huge things that happen in this episode that I will have to talk about at the end of the episode where it will lead. And that will lead into more spoilers. So, careful. Okay, let's start with the big one. Triceraton Army are coming to Earth. They know. They're not stupid. Team Turtle's trying to take down the... If you remember from Season 2, the Technodrome that's in the water, it's actually rising back up. That's what they're trying to do. Now, Roseanne actually does do the voice from what I can hear. I'm pretty sure that was her again on the voice. If you don't remember Roseanne, there was a show, basically, that she used to be on. That's all you really need to know. You can Google search it, kids. But this thing's rising up out of the water. And it's coming back. And Krang Prime and Krang Sub Prime, and there's actually a reason I say Sub Prime. One thing that I really want to touch upon, and like I said, careful for spoilers, I was giving you guys time, is that Bishop is a character that normally in 2003 was anti-turtle, but only basically teamed with them when needed. But here's the big thing about him. He was human. In this incarnation, he's not a Krang completely. He's a... What was the word? They used to use it. An Utrom. He goes, I'm not completely a Krang, I'm an Utrom Krang. Which they kind of like fuse that together, where basically they don't have the hive mind that goes, tell Krang the location of the one called Turtles. They don't do that. They basically just have their own thought process, like the Sub Krang Prime, which has the most annoying voice on the planet. Thank you, Chad Gilbert. Thank you, sir. In all seriousness, Bishop comes into the episode. He is a Krang. Turtles are following him, but he's a brilliant Krang at the same time. Krang. In all seriousness, I'm getting too carried away with this. Because there's certain things in this episode, and I gotta keep this video very lighthearted, because at the end of this video, when I talk about it, goddamn Nickelodeon, goddamn. This episode had all the feels. But let's talk about the first half. Triceratons are invading. Bishop is warning the Turtles. We need to stop them before they try to blow up the planet. He's Team Turtle, so they go into the Technodrome. Raph, Donnie, Mikey, and Leatherhead, because the mighty Mutanimals are there, and they're basically breaking down the walls of the Technodrome, and they're trying to get in there. They get captured. So, the Turtles, well, the one Turtle, Leo, Casey, April, and Bishop, throw the Turtle Blimp into the Technodrome, trying to blow it up. Did not work out. Casey Jones called it, and they fly into the Technodrome, saving the day. Now, at this point, we get one of the most hilarious lines of the episode. I'm kind of be jumping through different scenes of like both episodes. We get one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my existence, which was, Bishop! Traitor! And we get the, oh, Sub Krang Prime. So we knew, we actually get some backstory on Bishop in that one line that he was actually the Krang Prime before this Krang Prime, so that's definitely something that was interesting to me. Triceratons invade. They actually capture Michelangelo, which was huge, and they wanted to drill his brain, which I thought was going to be really of a fucked up scene, but it basically looked like Michelangelo had LCD. Is it? I'm sorry, LCD. It's LED. Okay, never mind. He had some kind of drug, let's put it that way. Michelangelo, it looked like he was having a seizure and some drug. His eyes were dilated. It was hilarious. And they were trying to extract from his brain knowledge about Earth and Krang, but obviously Michelangelo doesn't know anything except pizza. So he actually grabs the commander's tail and goes, man, can I have that again? Can we do that again, man? That was amazing. And he's like just all hyped up, and this guy's just like, get him off me. So it was funny to see that. Obviously, Team Turtles, with the thing that Donatello actually grabs from one of the Triceratons back when they were running out of the Technodrome, because at this point the Technodrome is no more, has been blown up because they shot a giant laser beam at it, and there's no more Krang Prime at this point. Yeah, there's some dark stuff happens in this episode, so we're gonna get to that in a moment. But they save Michelangelo. Splinter is basically rallying troops. The Mutanimals are like just captured by the Triceratons at this point. So what happens is, and this is where shit gets crazy, him and April actually go into Shredder's lair. Look, we're not trying to fight you. You know, we need your help. And then Shredder actually goes, I want to hear why. So when he hears why, he actually teams up with Splinter and actually fights the Triceratons. Now, in the last seconds of the episode is where it gets really dark. I'm going to get into that in a minute. Well, not last seconds, last minute or so. But let's go back to Team Turtle real quick. They get beamed back down. Thank you, Michelangelo. They get beamed back down to Earth to basically fight the Triceratons. The Triceratons have set up this giant... It looks like a Halo ring. If you remember, if you ever played Halo, basically what the Forerunners used to wipe out the Flood. This is pretty much the same premises here, where they use like this giant ring and basically the heart of New York City to blow up the core of the Earth. That's their plan, and it's really basically they're gonna make a giant black hole and suck the whole fucking planet into it. No more Krang, no more issue. Earth is saved. If you count destroying the whole world, it's saved. Triceratons look amazing. I have to mention that because what I'm about to mention is really heartbreaking for every Ninja Turtle fan. But Triceratons absolutely look fucking amazing in this episode. Now, when I thought of a Triceraton and I heard they were going to be on Nickelodeons, this is what I would hope they would do. And it's amazing the design level that they put into these guys. And I like how the commander has that one giant like metal brace on his mouth because you see part of his face is like ripped off. Kind of that Shredder vibe going on. But Nickelodeon did something I was never expecting them to do. I warn you again. If you have yet to see the episode, or you ever care about Ninja Turtles, this one's going to hit at home. Nickelodeon allowed them to do one of the most ballsiest things in the Ninja Turtle history that has never been done before. Not even in the Mirage incarnation of Ninja Turtles has this actually happened. Splinter is trying to shut off the bomb. And it looks like at first Shredder's running with him to shut off the bomb for the black hole. There's seconds left. Now, right when Splinter gets there, Shredder comes up right behind him. I'm stuttering because just the emotions that I still feel from this episode. And he releases his claw into Splinter. Now, you don't see the blood, but you see Splinter's face, you see all the other characters' face, even Tiger Claw, at this point, because he's a man of reason, we'll get to him in a sec, actually has one hell of a reaction. April and the Turtles just have this look of all hope is gone on their face. Splinter just got stabbed through the chest, and they cut to the scene, again, no blood, they cut to the scene where Shredder's blades are coming through Splinter's chest. And that's something, as a Ninja Turtle fan for 20-something years, is going to stick with me to the end of time. Because if there's one thing from this incarnation of Ninja Turtles that will stick with me, it will not just be the design. It will be that scene of Shredder taking his revenge on Splinter by killing him in cold blood, without even thinking about the other world. You know, the more important shit. Your daughter, your so proclaimed I love her to death daughter, is going to die, and all that mattered was that you killed Yoshi. You took his life. And that honestly was the most ballsiest thing that Nickelodeon could have ever done, is to allow that to be shown. If they did the fadeaway, which is what I was figuring they do, when I first actually, got to hear about it, thank you spoilers, I thought they would do the turn away. I was like, okay, you'll see him stab him, and then you won't see nothing else. Splinter will be on the ground. No, they went all in. And as the black hole is sucking up everything, the turtles are holding poor Splinter, and he's lifeless in their arms. And Tiger Claw turns to Shredder and goes, "Why would you do that?" And he goes, "Nothing matters now. Hamato Yoshi's dead. That's all that matters." Shredder was so filled with vengeance that all that mattered in his life, and he didn't care if he died and Karai died, and all of his people died. All that mattered was him killing Yamato Yoshi. That was the most ballsiest thing anyone's ever done in Ninja Turtle history. Congratulations, Nickelodeon. Congratulations for allowing that, seriously. That gets an applause, because that's something I would never expect to happen on Ninja Turtles. So that is definitely something I was just blown away by in this episode. So, poor Splinter's body is getting sucked into this black hole. Turtles are pretty much expecting to die at this point. In comes this giant metal ship. Nick of time. And what would you know, it's the Fugitoid. There's no time for answers right now, Turtles. Come with me if you want to live, pretty much. Casey Jones, April, and Turtles go with them. It's going to set up for Season 4. We get to watch Earth blow up and the Turtles fly away in the ship. It's pretty much Return of the Sith. It's one of those Star Wars movies where the Sith wins. At this point in time, the Turtles don't know exactly what's going on completely, but the Fugitoid says, you're going to be going on one giant adventure. And it's pretty much going to be like the opening of Season 3. Season 4 will open with the Dimension X and hunting for a certain little thing that's going to stop the annihilation of Earth. How they will do that is time travel. You'll have to tune in to see how they do that. That's pretty much everything I'm going to say in this video. I'm not going to say how I know, but that's just the thing. So, we'll see Lord Dreg next season, and we'll basically get Dimension X. Will Splinter live? That's up to the Turtles to actually save him. Because, obviously, we show, as seen, Shredder doesn't care. He just will kill you to kill you. This episode has been one episode that will rot in my brain every time I think of Ninja Turtles. Every time I think of Splinter, I will see Shredder stabbing him. It is one thing that is now burned inside my brain cells to the end of time when I think of Ninja Turtles. This episode is the most deserving episode to ever get a perfect 10 from me. Go watch this episode if you ever care about Ninja Turtles, because it is one hell of an episode and pacing is amazing. The second half is one of the most brutal, heartbreaking things to watch as a Ninja Turtle fan, but let's see how it plays out in Season 4. My name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. The Council Network. My name is Ryu for the Council Network. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. And don't forget, in 2 weeks, the Arrow and Flash videos will start rolling out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Peace!